I just wanted to give everyone a chance to get on board and get online. I want to say thank you so much for your time. I know that your time is super, super precious to y'all. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you because I have a presentation that I put together to go through this talk today about opportunities and command. And I hope that you guys are just as excited to go through this as I am to share it. So if you give me just 1 second, I'm going to share my screen with y'all. Oops, hold on. Forgive me. Just 1 second. Let me get back up to my first slide. That was there. Perfect. All right. Okay, so today we're going to talk about managing opportunities like a pro. Keller Williams International put together a really fantastic training that they've started to build out on this. I know that our leadership in our office has done part 3 of this series, which is how to get paid. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through this part of the series in training on opportunities, but I'm also going to add quite a bit to it in terms of how our team utilizes opportunities to define our processes, build our business, and turn our prospects into pipeline. So first of all, just super, super thrilled that you guys are here today. For those of you that don't know me, I know there's several people that have joined the Market Center during COVID and all those particular pieces of time. I'm Christy Bolin. I'm a realtor. I run the Christy Bolin Sells Homes team in our office. I've put information on here on how to get a hold of me. My email address is christybolin@kw.com. I've been in the office for the last 6.5 years. We've consistently been in the top 1% of producing realtors in the Houston Metroplex. And I could not do what I do without my amazing team. And I know I have my Director of Operations on here, Kelly Gurrig, Cecily West, Misty Sharf, Kayla Warnock, Swapna Patel, and Scott are all on our team, but I didn't start there. I started as an individual agent and waited 2 years to build my team. So I want you all to know today that I'm going to run this conversation today from the perspective of the individual agent all the way through a top producing group, because I believe that the tools and the pieces that are here for this particular program are going to serve you as you go through the business. For those of you that are part-time agents and are just getting into the business full-time, you know what, when I got into real estate, I thought I would just be happy if I sold 1 home a month. That was my goal. And I just found as I adopted the systems and tools of the MREA, that the business just kept flying in. And I had to rush and hurry to keep up with it. And so I want you to know that there is no ceiling in this company, that the sky is the limit. And today you may be sitting here going, my goodness, I just would be happy if I sold 1 home. And that's okay. And you may be going, I am a top producer, I'm running a big, big team, and I want to know how to take my team to the next level. And I'm on the same level playing field with all of you guys. And I'm just sharing with you how we've utilized command to make sure that we do that. I want you to know that in our group, we have fully adopted command. So we're not using other tools and other resources. And I think that that's really important for everybody to know as we go through this, is that we're not using anything in our team except for command to run our business. That's not necessarily that there's a right way or a wrong way. We have found that A, it's a zero investment. B, we've actually been able to capitalize on more profit and revenue for our team by utilizing command. And it's just been a real blessing to our business. So just so you know, that's where we're at. Okay, there's a couple of things that this class is not going to be today. I'm not going to go through and step by step help everybody build an opportunity in their systems as they're going. It's going to take a lot of time, and our leadership really wanted me to cover some much more in-depth things than that. So we're not going to get that far down in the weeds. But if you need that kind of help, I want you to rest assured that at the end of this class, I'm going to be posting all kinds of digital swag. So you're going to get all kinds of good stuff today. So please don't feel like that if I'm not actually sitting down and helping you go through each step of building an opportunity, that you will be getting the opportunity to have the job aids that will show you step by step, click here, do that, do this, here's what you need to consider. Okay, excellent. Okay, so here's our agenda today. We want to understand opportunities. We're going to talk about how to create them. We're going to talk about how to manage them. And the biggest thing that I want you to understand with KW and Command is that this is a system that was built for agents by agents. And so they really, in all of the training that you've been getting, you probably haven't got a lot of create this checklist, do it this way, that way, this way, that way, because they really want you to get in and really customize Command for your business. Now, that being said, my learning style, I kind of struggle with that a little bit. When somebody says, just go do it the way you're doing it, I'm the type of learner that says, gosh, if you could just give me some examples of how to put it together, then I could take how you customized it for your business and customize it for mine. And so I'm going to give you a little bit of that today because I know that that's really helpful for me in terms of those things. And the other light at the end of the tunnel that I will be posting after this conversation is done is if you get through this and you think, oh my goodness, I just don't even want to bother with this. I don't have time. I know I need it in my business, but I don't have the time. There are a couple of really great companies out there that you can hire to do this all for you. But you should still have a good understanding and level set of what's going to be involved in that so that you make sure that if you decide to hire someone to do this for you, that they know how to do it right. Now, that being said, you don't need to hire someone. You can do this all yourself. But just know that if you're running a really busy business and you just don't know how to get there, this is Keller Williams, friends, and we talk about what? Leverage. So use it, okay? So I'll be sharing some resources for that as well. All right, so let's keep plugging along. So let's talk about opportunities and what they are and how this all comes together. And even if you've been in there working with opportunities, I want to create a paradigm shift for you because I had the opportunity to be on a tech call with the top 100 teams in all of Southeast Texas. And I know some of you that are on here today were on that call as well. And Gene and Susan are they just converted their whole business over to Command, and their database is like 45,000 people. They've been in business forever. I mean, it's a lot of folks. And so Susan really said something that really struck me, and it really helped me wrap my head around why Command is really superior compared to every other system that's out there. And I will tell you first and foremost, just to give you some experience, I'm really picky about what I put into my business. I want something that's going to be efficient because I'm a high D. I want something when I'm on the run and on the go that I can update very quickly, and I want it to work out of the box. And I will be honest with you, I've probably used in the last 6.5 years just about every CRM that's out there. So let's level set the playing field on that. None of them are awesome, right? Can we all agree? They all have their quirks, they all have their issues, they all have things that we wish were different. The thing I love about Command is the quirks that come up in Command, because it's built for agents by agents, is that KW is very quick to get their development team on and fix those quirks really quickly. So I love that. The thing that most CRM systems have that really gave me the paradigm shift from Gene and Susan is that they are set up so that you look at the contact in your contact database as the opportunity. The paradigm shift with Command is that your contacts database, I really kind of look at it with our team like the cookie jar. And every day we're trying to put new cookies, chocolate chip cookies, snickerdoodles, all kinds of great things in there of people to love on. So your database is not business opportunities. Your database is this big cookie jar of people and relationships that you're putting in there every day to love on, to serve, to create great value, to answer questions, to put the right information about the market and vendors and all those things into their fingertips so that they create opportunities for you to do business. And so that is your contact and your database tool. So anytime you think about contacts, I want you to think about it as the big cookie jar that you're just putting in all kinds of great cookies that you're just going to love on. And why did I pick a cookie jar and cookies? Because, well, you know, cookies are sweet, and I think all of the folks in our databases are sweet too. What is opportunities? Opportunities, I want you to look at opportunities as your piggy bank. So every time you love on those people and you're adding those cookies to the cookie jar and you reach in and you love on those folks, they're going to love you back and they're going to provide you with opportunities to put into your cookie bank. And I love your piggy bank, rather, excuse me. So I love that. So you're going to think about every time you get a lead, and maybe it's from Facebook, and you put it into your contacts jar, and you love on it and love on it and love on it and feed them value, put them on smart plans, follow up with them, answer their questions, invite them to an open house. And eventually they raise their hand and they say, ooh, I want to buy or sell a property, right? That becomes that little tangible piece of money that goes into the cookie bank, into the piggy bank, I'm sorry. So really, really look at that opportunities tool within Command as your piggy bank. And the goal is to stuff as much money into that piggy bank every single day as you can, as you're loving on people in your cookie jar. And when I kind of wrapped my head around that whole thought process of my business really is two separate and distinct tools. Now, the thing that really helped me with our team and our business is that every other CRM that's out there, they put everything all into the contacts database. So you would be loving on people and they would give you a call and they'd say, oh, you know what, I think I'm going to buy within a year. And you're like, great, wonderful. And so where do you put that note? You put that note as a note into your database. And then maybe a tag on it that says, hey, remind me to reach out to them in that period of time. Now, let's all be honest, friends. While we would love to say that we are all very, 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 very disciplined about sitting down in front of our computer and clearing out every single task that comes up into our CRM every single day before our day gets going, we probably the majority of us would say that there are days that we're really great at that, and there's days that we're not so much. And so those opportunities to stuff that little piggy bank, those get lost because they're tied up into your contacts database. Or maybe you don't have a system to follow up with them consistently. So I really want you to separate your thought process into those two pieces, is that your contacts database is relationships of people that you're going to love on and serve so that they provide opportunities for you to develop business. And that's how we're going to get into the really focus today, is focus on those opportunities and how to utilize that to grow your business. Okay, if you need help with any of this today, I really want you to make sure that you know that there is always help in Command. So our goal is always to be learning based. And so this means you have to hold yourself accountable to take all the little nuggets that you get from this talk today and go implement them into your business. We're going to send you some job aids to do that. But just so you know, Command also has support within Command. You can go through Keller Williams University. You can click on the help button within Command. There's also, as you're going through different places, you're going to see a little learn more button. You can click on that learn more and it will take you to those resources within Command to do that. Also, you feel free to reach out to our leadership staff if you need help from that arena, or you're always welcome to give me a call as well. Okay, so this is what the opportunities dashboard looks like. And it is this is our what? Our piggy bank, right? And I love this because it is really the command central for your entire business. So when you look at this, you're going to see three distinct pipelines. You are going to see your listings pipeline at the top. You're going to see your buyer pipeline in the middle, and then you're going to see your lease pipeline in the purple, kind of 2/3 of the way down the page. At the bottom of the page, it's actually going to track the profit and loss of your business based off of your activities, and it's going to really sum up and totalize your entire pipeline. One of the things that I love about the opportunities tool within Command is that it is designed to look at what are you really going to make. So we call that your probable income, and what is your potential income. Now, Command is all built on artificial intelligence. So as you move people through the different stages through the pipeline, and you move that opportunity from when somebody raises their hand and says, oh yes, I want to buy, and you move them through each stage, every time you move them through to the next stage, that deal is more likely to close. And the more often you can move people through those stages, and the faster you can move them through those stages, your probable income is going to change. So the potential income is the value of everything that you put into your piggy bank. The probable income is what's going to come back out of that piggy bank when you tip it upside down and shake it after everything closes. So you can really track your entire business through there. And then we have all kinds of great reporting. So you'll see at the bottom, it'll show you month over month how your business is growing, which is really exciting to see. If you continue to scroll down in the new customized pages, you can actually see a list of everything that you have coming up that's going to close and the date it's going to close and how much your GCI is, which is really exciting. And you're going to have all the ratios and all those particular pieces. Now, one of the things that I think is great about this is as you're looking through those average times, those are really, really great marketing statistics. So if you can look at yours and go, man, I get somebody from the very first appointment to under contract on average, see the button on there, it says average time, on average in 4 to 5 days, that's a great thing that you can market. Your listings, if you get them from, I signed the listing agreement to under contract in 2 to 3 days, that's a great statistic. So it gives you all kinds of really good nuggets to be able to market your team, yourself as an individual, and all those other pieces. The other thing that I love about opportunities is that you actually track in opportunities if you lose an opportunity. And it just happens sometimes, especially with COVID that's happening right now. Some people that thought they were going to move changed their mind and decided, oh no, I'm not going to move. Maybe they lost their job. Maybe there was other things going on. Maybe we lost the deal in the inspection because we couldn't negotiate the inspections through. Maybe we lost the deal at appraisal because the appraisal didn't meet value and we weren't able to negotiate out the differences. I love this tool because you're actually going to be able to check on a box within each opportunity and say, hey, I lost this deal. The great thing about it is that it's going to give you a report of all those lost opportunities. So you can look at yourself and go, okay, how can I make more money? So we talk about all the time about the process of moving from E to P, correct? And breaking through the ceiling to be able to take ourselves to the next level to make more money. And one of the ways of doing that is going, okay, where do I most often lose my opportunities to take business from cultivation all the way to close? And so then you can go in and go, man, I lose that a lot at the appointment. I go on tons and tons and tons and tons of appointments, but I don't get them to active where I'm showing them properties or getting them on a listing appointment. And that's just an example. Our team's actually pretty decent at that. But just as an example, you can say, okay, I need to go in and I needed to get some training on conversion scripts. I need to get some training on appointments. I need to look at my marketing material that I take to the appointments and look at that. Maybe I need to look at my value proposition. Am I selling myself well? And so as you really utilize this tool, not only does it learn all of the habits of your clients, but it also gives you good indications for yourself of where do I need to improve my skills. Now, for myself as a team leader, it gives me great opportunities to look at my team and go, okay, at my next team meeting, what am I going to be training on? If I go through and I look and go, man, we've got tons of listings stuck at the active point, then I can sit down and go, well, why is that with our team at our team meeting, and give them scripts and give them training and look through all those particular tools. So it's a really, really great way to look at all those particular arenas. It's clean, it's fresh. You're going to drag and drop each particular opportunity through every piece. I'm going to show you a video in just a second that shows you how this all works. But it is your entire business all in one place. So let's talk a little bit about how to create an opportunity. And I'm going to go ahead and play this video for you. So you can actually create an opportunity within the contact. Fill out all the fields and click Create Opportunity. You can also go in the Opportunities tab, and now you're going to see that opportunity. So one of the things that you saw in there is that there's two places you can create your opportunity. You can create your opportunity within a contact itself. So if you're on the phone, let's say I'm on the phone with Karen Norwood and I'm following up with her and loving on her and saying, how's everything going? And she says, oh, I have a neighbor that wants to buy or sell. And she gives me the referral. I can create that opportunity right within her contact record while I'm there on the phone with her. And then you'll notice when you go into opportunities, you'll see that opportunity already created within that particular area. You can also go to the opportunities tab itself and create a new opportunity within that tab as well. So it's very, very streamlined and simple. Now, as you take them through each stage, you can drag and drop them into the next stage of where they are from getting them to contract to close. Now, again, we're not going to sit down today and walk you through physically how to create the opportunity. I'm going to send you some job aids afterwards. And if you need help, we can get you set up with that individually. Okay, so the easiest way, open a contact record, create the opportunity in the right-hand panel, complete all the information in that contact. So really it's just a matter of saying, is it a listing? Is it a buyer? Filling out all the information. How soon are they ready to go? And go. The same is true like if you get a Facebook lead. If you get a Facebook lead that comes in, you're going to have in your contacts, you're going to have a lead pool. And our goal is to constantly be putting leads in. And from there, you want to be adding those leads to the opportunity as soon as you connect with them. So a lot of times we get a lead from Facebook and we'll call on it and call on it and call on it and send them an email and send them an email. And it may take 10 or 12 times before they respond. As soon as they respond to you and you have a dialogue with them and you can determine when are they going to be ready to buy or sell or lease or whatever it is that they're going to do, then you're going to create an opportunity for them and put them in the cultivate and watch buckets. And that will help you remember to be able to follow up with them in their time frame. So it's not just for opportunities that are happening right now. Goal is to be taking all those leads that you're generating and create opportunities and get them into that cultivate bucket so that you can be consistently backfilling your pipeline of ready right now buyers and sellers to go ahead and move forward. So let's talk a little bit more about stages because I have hinted on that, right? So the greatest thing about all of the stages that you're going to see here is that you can actually go in and customize them. So for our team, I actually went into the cultivate bucket and I customized mine to say cultivate 9 to 12 months, warm, 4 to 9 months, hot, next 30 days, so that when my team logged on, they could see all the particular pieces. You can customize all of these stages based off of your needs. Now, we have a job aid that I'm going to be providing you that helps you brainstorm how to customize all these stages. But this is really the place where the leadership team asked me to kind of share with you guys how we do this for our team. I just took a training with Chris Suarez, and he owns expansion teams in probably 40 states. He owns Costa Rica. He owns 6 market centers. And he said something that just really blew my mind. He said, we are not in a sales and production business. And when your leadership team or your trainers or your productivity coaches, or if you're on a team, your team leaders come and ask you how you're doing, how many calls you made, how's everything going, what are you doing today, blah, 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 they're not asking you to increase your sales. What they're asking you is, are you following the systems, models, and tools of the Millionaire Real Estate Model? Because we are actually in a models and systems implementation business. And that kind of blew my brain, right? Because we think about go get more sales, go get more sales. We got to increase our production. We got to increase our production, right? And we really aren't in the sales and production business. We are in the systems, models, and tools business and being very disciplined about following those things. So I just want you to take a second and answer these questions on your own, whether you're an individual agent or you are running a team within our market center. So the first question I want you to ask yourself is, are you following and do you feel like you have mastery of the systems and tools in the Millionaire Real Estate Model now? The next question I want to ask you, and it does not matter if you're an individual agent or if you are on a team, if you were to get hit by a bus tomorrow, could somebody log into command and know exactly where all your business is and what needs to be done for every single one of your clients so they could keep your business rolling until you were back on your feet and ready to start working on your business again. Just take a moment to think about that. The next question I want to ask you, remember my goal when I first started was just to sell one house a month, right? But I started getting so busy and the business just started coming that all of a sudden I needed leverage. I needed help. When you get to that point in your business, or if you're a team leader today, if you were to hire somebody to provide leverage for your business to help you, would they be able to log on to command and know exactly what to do? What next step for every single stage of each piece of the pipeline? Would they know exactly what to do next without having to call you and ask you, what do I do next? And if you answered no or maybe to any of these questions, that's okay, because 90% of us did. If you answered yes to these questions, I want to give you a big woohoo. Because I will be honest with you, I have been working on perfecting this for about 2 years and I still don't have it all down. I had a really big aha moment when I was working with a brand new assistant on my team, and she said, oh my gosh, my biggest challenge in working with you, and I love you, I love you, I love you, and I love the job and everything, is she said, Christy, everything is in your head. She goes, you've been doing this on your own for so long that everything is in your head. So I feel like my job every day is if I can just get 2 or 3 little nuggets out of your head, that I will be much more effective in my job. And I thought, oh my goodness, her heart's desire was to drive the business forward and to help us keep going. However, I didn't have my systems documented well enough for her to be able to log right into my system and know exactly what was expected and what to do next. So I got really busy, and I just took 6 minutes a day and I sat down and I looked at each one of these different stages of the real estate transaction, and I took a piece of paper and I wrote down, how do I do this today? So the one that you're looking at right now is staging. How do I do staging today? What is involved? Who is my stager? Who would somebody call if they wanted to order staging for one of my listings? What needs to be done? What does the client need to do? And I just took 6 minutes with a piece of paper and I just wrote down everything. And when I looked at that, I said, okay, what order does all of this need to be done in? And I just put numbers on it. And sometimes I ran into moments where I'm like, oh, that says the same thing. Okay, well, I can cross this one out and I can be more productive and I can do this. And as soon as I did that, I built checklists in command for those stages. And it was a game changer. All of a sudden, the people that were on my team said, okay, I know what to do next. Or when they call me now, they call me and they go, Christy, it says this on the checklist. This is what I'm going to do. I just want to verify that this is how you would do it. So people aren't anymore trying to pull everything out of my brain in order to do that. As a team leader, it's allowed me to be able to have more people on my team generating more business. So putting more cookies in our cookie jar and loving on people and stuffing more coins into our piggy bank because they know exactly what to do each step of the way. Now, here's the thing that I want to challenge you with. I do not want you to think that you have to have this perfect right now. We have a tendency, I know my C's in the room, I'm talking to you. My C's, I'm talking to you, my high detail, high analytical people. You're going to feel like that this has to be perfect. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to give yourself permission for it not to be perfect. This is a working, moving arena where as we're working and as we're building our teams and systems and processes change, new tools become available to us, you get different vendors, you have more people on your team, so maybe you have new job descriptions that are going to take some of these things off the plate. That's okay. This is a living, moving thing. What we want you to do is we want you to get something on paper and we want you to get something in the system and start using it. Because as you find, as you're using it, and if you have a team as an individual agent and you're like, wow, this makes things just much more streamlined and I know that I'm doing everything right. As a team, your team members, when they get on and they start using it, they're going to let you know and go, hey, you know, maybe we should tweak this, or hey, maybe we should do this differently. Or, you know, when I'm with my clients, I do it this way. I have found that this has been a really great avenue for folks on my team because it's given them a voice in the team of how things are done. And it's added actually a little bit of democracy, just like our ALC in our office does, right? We all discuss these checklists and we discuss how we do everything, and we're constantly working to improve them. I will tell you right now, as we speak, my team is working on really perfecting the lease section of our pipeline and opportunities, how all of our leases are done and how it's standardized. Kelly, my director of operations, didn't come to me and said, Christy, how are you going to do this? I said, you know what? Cecily on my team does more leases than anybody else. I want you to start with her and ask her how she does it. And we came up with a rough list and we put it on paper and we went and we were raring to go. Then we went to the next person on the team and said, hey, is there anything you would add or subtract from this? And they plugged it all together. And by the end of it, now we have really great processes on paper. And now we're in the process of actually putting it into the computer. So here's my challenge for you is get on there and really sit down and define your processes. So that one, if something is to happen to you and one of us needed to log on and help you with your business, we could log on and help you with your business and know exactly what to do next and how to help you and how to get rolling. Two, so that your clients get the same level of customer experience no matter who the client is. Every client is treated the same. And in today's arena, I think it's become really, really, really important to make sure with fair housing that we're treating every client the same. With our own value proposition, you can look at your checklist and go, I'm actually living up to my value proposition because I'm doing each thing for every single person. So the stages is really, really neat. And also, I will tell you myself, sometimes I will log into Command and I'll pull up each of my pieces of business that I have going. And I'm like, you know what? I don't remember where I am next. And I'll open it and I'll see all the items in my checklist and go, oh, I forgot to do this for this person, and go in and do it. And it just gives you the opportunity to really have a uniform top VIP first class experience for all of your folks. And as you hire people, it's going to save you time in your onboarding because they're going to know exactly what to do next. So we talked about those checklists and building those out. Those checklists are located inside each stage. We talked about creating your lists to customize them. So this is where you're actually going to go in and create them, okay? So you're going to see that I scheduled my stager, right? And I just built that right in. This is actually a really great opportunity. You can put in timelines. If you have a team, you can assign it to certain people. If you have a transaction coordinator outside of your team, maybe you hire a transaction coordination company, you can assign it by role so that when you look at your checklist, you remember, oh yeah, I need to call them and have them do those lists. You can set a due date on those. And when you set a due date on them, they actually show up in your daily task bar of everything that you should be doing every day. And right now, I just am working on the lab, which I think is such an exciting thing that's coming, is that you can actually schedule daily emails to go to your clients very, very soon. They're going to roll this out to the whole company, where you can select certain items in your checklist that every day it will send an email to your client that says, hey, this was done yesterday. So for example, that email would go out and it would have your awesome branding on it from when you set up your marketing profile in Command. And it says, Dear Mr. and Mrs. Smith, yesterday, Christy called the stager. She called the plumber. She scheduled the photographer. She ordered the sign. And all of that is automated when you're checking everything off in the checklist. So you don't have to remember to call your client every day. What is the number one complaint that we get from consumers? Communication.
No communication.
That's right, Karen. Communication, right? How cool is it that Opportunities is now going to have all of that automated for you as soon as they release this functionality. It's going to be really, really cool. Yes, ma'am.
Just show them exactly again how you got to this pop-up.
Yes. So to get to this pop-up, I'm going to go back my screen. So you see on here Bolin listing in the staging category. When you click on the checklist, it's that little green rectangle at the bottom. When you click on that, it's going to take you here. And you're going to go through and create and plug through those. Now, let's say I do the same things all the time. I can go up and I can hit edit in the top right-hand corner. So I'm going to go back one more time. I can go up here in the top right-hand corner and hit edit, and you can create master templates for each of those stages. So if you do the same thing every single time, you can hit edit. Or you can go into the opportunity itself. So let's say this file is a relocation file and you don't have the relocation pieces built in there. There's extra steps that are needed. You can go in and create those opportunities just for those extra steps, assign it to someone or assign it to yourself, set a due date if you want, and then click when it gets released, which is coming soon. You can actually click the email client button when it gets live. Okay, super, super cool. Now, you have to set this all up according to your business. So again, I want you to take 6 minutes a day. I know we're so busy. Even if it's at the end of the night and you whip open your journal, 6 minutes a day, pick just one of these boxes and go, okay, I'm going to write everything down that I need to write down for that. Okay? So I'm going to send you the job aid. Remember I told you we're going to send you a bunch of digital swag? I'm going to send you the job aid that's going to help you do that. It's going to ask you lots of questions and see all these boxes here where you can jot everything down. It's going to have more videos for different trainings that you can watch. There's resources, there's all kinds of cool things. So I will be posting this job aid after the class is done so you guys can go through and really work on customizing this for yourself. It is really, 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 I believe in my heart of hearts, I cannot say this enough, getting your processes for your business documented into the checklists is one of the things that I think has been paramount in helping us take our business to the next level and to be really generating more profit. Okay, so how do we manage all of these opportunities? We've sat down, we've defined our checklists, we've really gotten our head around the fact of here's what a contact is, here's what these opportunities are. How do I manage my piggy bank? How do I keep it all going? So I'm going to show you this quick little video and it's going to kind of walk us through that. How cool is all that, right? I mean, really your whole business really works through this whole module, which is our opportunities module. You're going to be able to go in, and I'm sure as you watched the video, you saw a lot of things that used to be in our green sheet program. So putting in when you won the agreement, when you went on the appointment, how much is the commission? You know, we used to have to go to an external source to be able to put together a net sheet for our sellers. Now you can put it in right through that screen and be able to update and send that to them, which is amazing. I know all of you, because compliance has already rolled that direction and we've been active on that for a while. I know that most of you are already well versed on uploading all of your documents into the opportunities tab, under the documents tab, and being able to submit those for compliance. Our team is actually taking that tab one step further, and Kelly, my director of operations, is helping us with our transactions, our contract to close. And so she actually will go in and log pertinent things that she learns about that transaction in the notes on the timeline of all of our documents pages. So I can be able to go in and see, oh, she already tried to call them and it was all set up, or I can go in and tell her, hey, the title company called me today and we may need to shift closing, or the title company called me today and they only have these time slots available. So when she follows up and helps us follow up with our clients, we have all that pertinent information that's there. And it's really, really great stuff. So we love to utilize the notes so that when we go into that specific transaction, we have all the pertinent information about those transactions. So it's really, really, really robust. We get paid through there and all the particular pieces that come through those arenas. So I'm really hoping that you can see as we're walking through this whole process that really coming up with your systems and how you run your business, utilizing this tool of command to be able to implement and document those systems. You're not going to need a Google Docs drive anymore. You're not going to need an Excel spreadsheet to say, this is how we do this. You're not going to need 3 or 4 different systems put together to be able to make that happen. Your whole models and systems are built here right within the opportunities tab. So as you go in and you bring people into your business, they can quickly jump on. You always know where all of your business is at all the time. So one of the things that we really worry about is seasonality of our business, right? So you plug in your goals in the reporting section. And so I know, I'm just throwing a number out there, I have to have 5 closings a month. Well, I can be looking at this and go, oh my goodness, I have like 14 people inactive, but I don't have anybody under contract. And I don't have anybody set up to close. So I need to make sure that I'm doing activities to get these folks that are active moved over under contract and to close quickly so I can meet my business goals. So I think that it's just a really, really fantastic tool to be able to tag that. As soon as you finish every item in the checklist, and I just want to go backwards just for a second so you can see that. When you finish every item that's in the checklist, you saw in the video, down in the right-hand corner on there, you can see the 0 of 0. When you have a checklist built, it'll say, let's say you have 4 items that have to be done in that stage. It'll say 0 of 4. As you check off those items, it'll say 4 of 4. As soon as you hit 4 of 4, you grab that opportunity and you just click and drag and drop it up to appointment. And when it goes into appointment, it's going to open up a whole new checklist for you. So here's all the next things you do. So your goal every single day in your business is to get on the phone, call your folks, love on them, care calls, make sure they're on monthly neighborhood nurtures, follow up with those leads. My goal every month is to love on people because then those opportunities become available, get them into the cultivate bucket, and then every day, my team and myself, we open up our bucket. In fact, we will actually go in on our team meeting and we will open up our bucket and say, okay, let's look at everybody that's in cultivate right now and go, how can we move them to appointment? How can we get them to appointment? How can we take everybody that's on cultivate to the next level? And sometimes we go, we can't on this one. So then we move it back to watch. Okay. It just really streamlines and simplifies your business. After you complete every item that's in the appointment box, you pick it up, you drag it and drop it into appointment kept. It'll open up your next checklist that you've defined. You do all those activities, you check it off, you move it to the next bucket. What happens when you get people that are stuck? That's your great opportunity then to go take a class in the Market Center, get on KW Connect and watch some videos, get into productivity coaching, go find an ALC member and say, hey, how do I get there? So it really helps you identify within yourself where you need training opportunities as well. Okay. So where do I add all the notes, right? You still add the notes in your contact record. We talked about this just a little bit. I wanted you to be able to see the visual. I know I have a tendency to jump around a little bit, so sorry. So you can add notes about that file and about that contact within the contact record, and then you can also add it in the opportunity notes as well. So like I said, it makes it really easy for our team members or our contract to close folks or our director of operations to be able to know what's going on. We have a tendency to really focus on when we add things in the contact record to make those notes about loving on the people. So those notes are, they just had a baby, their daughter got engaged, they got a new job, they're worried about the effects on COVID on their job. So we really keep that on all of the items of how to love on that person next. Our opportunity notes, on the other hand, are our notes that are specific about that opportunity and how we can take that opportunity and move it to profit. So the closing might change. The appraisal was ordered, those particular notes. And so if you can really separate those two things between opportunity notes and contract record notes, it's going to help you keep your business so much more organized and so much more streamlined so that you all will be able to make more money. Okay, let's talk about offers. Okay. All right. Some of the things that I love about this, and I know that a lot of y'all have already worked with offers because we have to work with offers in order to get things entered into commissions, correct? Yes. But there's some things that I really love about offers right now that I really want to point out to y'all is, especially right now, we're seeing a lot of multiple offers in our marketplace, correct? And so this is a really fantastic tool to be able to help our sellers make really great decisions about which offer to accept. And I think sometimes as really wonderful consultants, we have a tendency to get an offer in and shoot it over to our clients and then get them on the phone. And because we work with these offers every day, we don't think about anything about going through 62 different terms on the contract, right? But for a client that maybe sells a house once a year, that's a lot of information to be able to roll through. And some people are visual and some people are audio and some people need a combination of both. And these are huge decisions that they're making. Our real estate is one of the largest portfolios that we have within our financial portfolio. And so we need to help them make great wealth decisions. I love the offers functionality because when we have multiple offers, it really creates a very clear and concise way for them to be able to see the pros and the cons and the side by side of all of the terms of each offer that has come in. We can send them that link, they can take a look at it. We do need to remember that we still need to send them the official offer paperwork though. They need to be able to see those offers. So we can't just send this off in lieu of that. They need to be able to physically look at the contract because the contract actually walks through all of the different terms and gives definitions of what those things mean. And I like to look at that offers page is the summary. So this is the really high level, and then let's talk through what each of those particular pieces means. The other reason why I love this, especially right now in multiple offer situations, is people will come back and go, well, how do I know you presented my offer? Well, we have proof that we presented the offer because we went in and we put in all the offers, we generated the email, and we were able to send them off. The other reason why I love this is, and I really have a heart for this because I have had clients share with me in the past, not experiences with our team, but experiences with other realtors that they didn't feel like that they were treated fairly due to fair housing laws. And we are able to now make sure that our clients are first looking side by side at all the terms and not the people that are submitting the terms. And that really levels the playing field for everyone and helps us make sure that we're ensuring fair housing guidelines. Now, one of the things I want to point out with working with offers that we need to be really careful about is it gives us the opportunity to put in to that offers page notes and our recommendations. We really want to make sure that we stay really objective when we're entering in any of that writing, because if for some reason somebody were to come back and take us to mediation on that, you have to remember all of our paperwork and everything that's in the systems that is admissible into a court case. So we want to make sure that we're staying completely objective and fair as we're putting in our own commentary on those particular areas. But it's just a really great tool, especially right now with multiple offers. Don't wait until it's time to put your commissions in and you've already got an accepted offer to use this offers tab. Use it as each offer is coming in, and so you can send that great high-level page to your seller and be able to offer them really great information on all those pieces. So the last thing that we're going to kind of chat about is do we mark it lost? Is it an archive? I accidentally archived it. How do I go get it back? And just remember that you have the opportunity to be able to archive activities, to be able to pull them in and out of there. You can also go into the command settings. And I had this happen on our team just this week. I had somebody that I thought we weren't going to work with anymore. We were going to terminate the listing. And then we started the paperwork and I archived it in command, and he called me back and he's like, oh, wait, never mind. You know, we have those sometimes, you know, they come to their senses. And so then we were able to go back and be able to pull that opportunity out of the archive. But it's a great way to keep everything clean, is to be able to go through. And remember, if you're running a team, those lost opportunities, or if you're an individual agent, is a great way to see where do I need more training. Okay. So what I'd love to do now is just remember that the next piece is the prep to get paid. That is a different course that our leadership has been running in the office. That is kind of the next steps, because that's how we get paid on our particular arenas. It's a class in and of itself. So just know that you can go on and find information on that, but we're not going to really cover that today. So if you haven't taken it in the Market Center, go find it on the training calendar. Go find our MCA's office or our leadership. They can mark you in that, get you set up with that as well. So really what I want to know from all of you guys now is, what questions do you have? We are an open book about how we run our team. You can ask us anything. And I also want to hear too from you guys of, now that you've kind of heard how we use this on our team and the opportunities within opportunities and how to build your piggy bank, is what action steps are you guys going to take after this session? Let me get into my chat box here. Does anybody have, oh, how do you delete contacts? I love that. So you can go into a contact and you can't actually delete it. It will stay within our area in your contacts database for quite a while. What you can do is you can archive it, and then occasionally you will need to go into your settings and then delete your archive. But you don't actually delete a contact. So what you'll want to do within your contacts is click on the contact, and there'll be a menu within it, and there's actually a little trash can button that will take you to the archive to be able to archive it. But the system will hold it unless you go into the contacts database settings and actually clear your archive. That's a good one. Any other questions from anybody else? Concerns, comments? What action steps are y'all going to take? Ooh, checklist building. I love that. I hope you guys really sit down and really, really work on building out the processes of your business. I felt like I just became a much better realtor when I sat down and really defined what it is that I do. So I love that, Maria. Anybody else? Anything that I didn't cover today that you just really, really wanted to learn, or it just had a burning desire to know about?
Hey, Christy, it's Cindy Price.
Hey.
Hey, okay, so I have a lot of checklists, but they're on paper, right? So
yes.
I love this idea because, running my team, I need to get it all into command. So I may need to pick your brain again, how to set up the default checklist into each stage and really customize that. I really think that's the next piece for our team. We are really big on the moment somebody raises their hand and has any inkling they're going to do a piece of business, we have it in opportunity. We create the opportunity. We don't care if it's say in 2 years we're going to buy. We're putting them in so we can watch them. We don't forget about them. So our list is getting long, but that's how we're stepping the pipe to know who we need to follow up with. And you're right. It's a great way to have your weekly meeting to sit, and we had it yesterday. We literally went through every single one. Where are we on this guy? Have you talked to him? Do you think he's still alive? Type of thing.
Yes.
So really, how can I get those checklists defaulted in there for each stage?
So really the key is on this one is they don't really have super default checklists. So what you're going to have to do is have your admin on your team take what you have in writing and start building them for you, because they didn't really develop a set of default checklists because they want this to be a system that's built for agents by agents. They really want you to be able to customize it to your own business and how you do run your business, and how what your value proposition is may be different than what mine is. And they really want you to build out those checklists according to your value proposition, which I know is not the answer you want to hear, because it was not the answer I want to hear. However, there is a company, and I'll put it in the comments on Facebook when I upload all the job aids, that will do this for you if you hire them.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, so glad you're here, Cindy. Thank you for your time.
What about if you're a new agent that doesn't have any clients yet?
So now,
I know that we're supposed to be going in our sphere and talking to everybody, but for the meantime, what would you recommend other than just going through this and kind of looking at it?
what I would do is, if I were you, is I would get and interview other top agents in the office and ask them really quickly, hey, tell me what sets you apart in how you set up staging for your listings. And they can give you a quick few little bullet points. And then I would take that list and then I would narrow it down and cultivate, and I would take those ideas and I would build that as your checklist until you start developing your own business and start getting in there and doing those things. It would be as simple as getting on the Keller Williams Premier Forum and going, hey, I'm building my appointment stage in checklists and command. What are your top 3 things that you do when you're getting ready to schedule an appointment, and see how everybody answers. That's one of the great things about Keller Williams, is that we have such a sharing culture, that people that are really already have a track record of success are going to be happy to share those things with you. So I would really do that. It'll help you develop relationships within the office as well. Also, you can go online and look at the MREA courses. So there's a great course that's called Win with Buyers and Win with Sellers. If you haven't worked business yet, a lot of those checklists are within those courses, and you don't have to take the classes to be able to access the materials of the courses. So if you get on KW Connect tomorrow and type in Win with Buyers, the class will pop up and you just click on the materials section and it will give you the student book for that. And you can go through that student book and start developing the checklist based off of that, because those training courses were built by Keller Williams University, and those came from top agents from around the country. And so that's a great way to start building out your systems. But if I were you, I would start calling first. Love on people, especially right now. Love all those people first. And when you get that opportunity and you start working it through, you're going to have help on that too. And just remember, coaching is always an option as well. Did that cover it for you? Did I answer your question? I hope so.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, good. Welcome to KW. We're so excited you're here.
Thank you. I like it so far. It's pretty overwhelming though.
It is. It's like drinking from a fire hose. I know. But just remember, we have great systems and tools. And like I said in the beginning, don't feel like you have to have it all perfect. Even if your only checklist that you have built out for right now, because you haven't done a lot of business yet, is what am I going to do for the appointment? I'm going to build my appointment guide. This is when I'm going to send it to them. I'm going to show up on time. You know, I'm going to stake out the neighborhood first. You know, whatever it's going to be for you, even if you only have that checklist built and then you try it out and see how it fits as you develop business, it's going to put you 50 steps ahead of any other new agent out there.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I know that everybody's time is precious. So unless you all have another question or a concern that you want to pop on here really quick, I'll stay on for a few minutes, but I know the rest of you need to get on and follow up on your very busy day. I appreciate you all for giving us the time and coming in. We will be sending out posting the job aids for you. And oh, you're welcome, Sarah Scott. And we're so excited that you guys are at KW Premier. We just really are excited about that. Feel free to reach out to me individually at christybullen@kw.com. If you can't find me because I'm always running, you can reach out to my Director of Operations, Kelly Gehrig. We do have an office in the office, although we're not there so much because we're out busy running contracts, but you can find us. We're right across from Goosehead Mortgage, and feel free to give me a call or anything at any point in time that you need help. We'd be happy to work with you. I hope you all got value from the conversation today, and I'm just really grateful for our leadership team for inviting me.
Thank you, Christy. You're wonderful.
Thanks, Christy. Appreciate it.
All the info.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, y'all.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
Bye.
Weekend.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.